What's up, guys? It's Brian for the Unbound Series channel, and today we're talking Lost World, or excuse me, Jurassic World. I don't know why I said that. Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom. Stick around. Alright guys, so real quick before we get into this movie review, spoilers are ahead, so if you are not privy to spoilers, I suggest you hightail it out of here, go watch that movie, and then come back, and then we will discuss it in the comments below. Now for the rest of you who are still here, let's talk this crazy story. No one asked you, Sheila! I fed you yesterday! I will sick Tristan on you. And in case you're wondering who Tristan is, you should go check out Brian's Brain. I know, shameless plug. But, you know, it is what it is. Alright guys, let's get into this movie review. So the first thing is, you've been warned about spoilers, so let's go ahead and we're just going to dive right into this thing. The first thing that you need to know about this movie is, it's an okay movie. I wouldn't say it's the greatest movie. It wasn't the like, ooh, ah, like the first one. This one has a little more of like a horror element to it. They really use the dark. They use a lot of jump scares. So if you're easily frightened, that is something that you're gonna, you're gonna experience. I'm telling you that right now. Oh, another thing. If you really love animals, like, to the point where you just want to hug every animal, there's going to be some scenes that are gonna be a little bit hard for you to watch. So, yeah, it was even a little bit hard for me to watch, and I am not the biggest animal lover. Like, I have a very large respect for Mother Nature and all the creatures on her, but I'm not privy to being out there with them. Or most of them, I should say. That being said, I do have a high respect for nature, and I don't want, it still was sad for some of these dinosaurs to die the way they did, but it's CGI dinosaurs, that's the good news. And just saying that the story kind of can hit you home a little bit. Anyway, let's continue on. So here's the gist of the story, alright? You basically have all the dinosaurs that have survived for the first movie. They are all trapped on the island. The island is about to explode, and a man named Benjamin Lockwood, I have the characters pulled up here on Google so I can talk to you about him. He has a bunch of, he hires a guy named Mills to get a bunch of people together to get these dinosaurs somewhere else because he wants to turn this island into a sanctuary for them. That's all great, that's all noble, that's all cool. Now, Mills is our villain of our story, and he has a completely different idea. But to get those dinosaurs off the island, he particularly needs Blue, the raptor that was specifically named in the first movie. So, in order to get Blue, he goes to Claire, and Claire gets Owen, and then, of course, Owen finds the raptor, and then, of course, all hell breaks loose. Owen almost gets melted by lava, gets shot by tranquilizers. Let's see here. Almost gets eaten by, like, 8 different kinds of dinosaur, and almost gets blasted by volcanoes. It's horrible. Anyway, they managed to get on the mercenary ship that has all the dinosaurs they need, which is actually kind of interesting because they only asked for like 1 or 2 of each dinosaur. They didn't really specify on getting a lot, but then it turns out later on the reason why that was is because they have a lot of the DNA stored in like little capsules. So that's why. Anyway, during the struggle earlier with the aforementioned, Owen getting shot by Tranks, Blue gets shot, and there's a doctor that's on Claire and Owen's team that has to surgically remove the bullet. They had to get blood. It's a whole mess. Anyway, that's kind of one of the other obstacles. Like, it's a very, that's another thing you're going to experience in this movie. It's a roller coaster. These heroes are going through hell and back and up and down and all around, and it's just, oh my god! Everybody almost gets eaten like 8 times. It's freaking crazy. Just crazy. Just a crazy mess everywhere. Anyway, so behind the Benjamin Lockwood's back, Mills has decided that he is not going to turn this area, this island they've created, into a sanctuary for these dinosaurs. Instead, he wants to open up a trophy hunting area for these dinosaurs. In short, he's going to sell the dinosaurs to the highest bidders, and the ones that he does not sell, he's going to sell basically the right to kill them. And of course, Lockwood tells him, no, call the cops, you know, you're doing wrong. And then of course Mills kills him. And Lockwood's granddaughter sees the whole thing, or basically figures out the whole thing, and it's like, you know, it's a crazy nutshell basically there. Here's the good news. Here's the good news in this story. All right, you ready for this, guys? All the villains get eaten. Well, I would say all the ones that we know by name in this movie. They all get eaten. The guy that runs the mercenaries, Mills, half of the dudes who are mercs, they all have on-screen deaths by dinosaur. And it's bloody brilliant. And the other antagonist of the story, or the monster, is what they're calling an Autoraptor. It's short for Adonis Rex Raptor, basically. It's basically Adonis Rex. And they put that DNA and they mixed it with Blue's DNA, and you get the Autoraptor. So it's equally as smart, only it's evil. And throughout this entire movie, you know, Blue and Owen basically are fighting off this dinosaur, you know, while the bad guys are trying to get all the DNA and all that stuff. And unfortunately, some of the people who bought dinosaurs get out with them. Some of them who bought the DNA capsules, you know, get out with them. You know, we see that at the end of the movie when we have Ian Malcolm, Jeff Goldblum's character. He is talking to basically Congress about what to do about these dinosaurs, because they've all escaped the Lockwood complex, thanks to Lockwood's granddaughter, which is not really his granddaughter, which I will get to that, because that's a big spoiler for the story, which is kind of like a whoa moment, but we'll get to that in a minute. So while all this is happening, this is going to be something that is kind of like that irks me about the movie. There's a scene while Malcolm is talking to Congress, basically, or what I think is Congress. I you know, it's late. I just got back from the movie. Where basically you see it in the trailer, so it's really not much of a spoiler. But there's a scene, and I don't know why it always throws me for a loop, but it does. There's a scene where the T-Rex has crashed through a zoo enclosure in the lion enclosure, and a male lion is just rah, and then you got the Rex going, and then of course, you know, I'm kind of like, yeah, right. You want to know what that lion would be doing? If a T-Rex crashed through its enclosure, it would be going, oh shit! That lion would yell, oh shit, and jump out of that enclosure. All right, I don't care about physics. I don't care about biology. That lion's gonna learn English for like that 2 seconds. Go, oh shit! And he's gonna jump out of that damn enclosure, and we're gonna go, oh shit! I didn't know a lion could do that. And the lion's gonna be gone. He's not gonna stop to attack people. He's gonna be like, fuck you, I'm out. We're gonna be like, I thought that was a lion. I thought that was a cheetah. Shit. And then, of course, if I was at that zoo, there'd just be a puff of smoke where I was standing, because I'm not sticking around after that. You would just see me, you would just hear a very high-pitched scream, ah! And then you would just see nothing. Just gone, like a damn cartoon character. That would be me. Anyway, so here's the big spoiler for why this movie is so crazy, right? Remember I mentioned the little girl's the one that let all the dinosaurs out into the world, right? From the Lockwood estate. The little girl isn't his granddaughter. It's a clone of his actual daughter. Why is that weird? Because he didn't just clone dinosaurs. He cloned freaking a person. Now, why is that freaking crazy? Now, here's why that's freaking bonkers. Because think about the repercussions of that. Not only have they cloned dinosaurs, they've also cloned human beings using the same technology. That's freaking bonkers. Just bonkers. So, this movie could now take this whole Jurassic World concept and just take it to a whole new level of nuts. Like, think about it. We got human cloning, right? That means now we could hire actors that kind of look like the actors from the first movie, right? And we could basically say, "Oh, see, we cloned them. Now they're the younger versions of these actors," and you could see some of the original characters basically be thrown back into the series because they would be cloned. How nutty would that be? Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this movie review. In short, I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. I'm pretty sure I said that already, but just in case, I'm going to reiterate it. It's a good movie. If you have nothing better to do on a Friday night, go check it out. So, that's my movie review. If you've seen the movie, please comment below whether you like the movie. If you haven't seen the movie and you've made it all the way here, let me know if you're going to go see the movie. And if you didn't like the movie at all, tell me why. I'm a little bit curious. So, yeah. Next week should be a death battle video, so be on the lookout for that. I think we're actually going to be doing a reptile-style death battle, so if you're interested in that, you know, come back next Friday. And, yeah, that's all I got for you today. I'm Brian for the Unbound Series channel, and I'm signing off. Peace, guys.